Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well with your studies. So, in this particular video, we are going to talk about ledger and the format for ledger entries. Okay, so in our previous videos, we generally talk about the journal, the cash book. So, now we'll understand the ledger and the importance of ledger and what is the format for the ledger. Okay, so these are very small terms, but if you talk about like when you do accounting, so you need a proper clarity about these particular terms. Okay, so whenever we talk about ledger, it is, you can say, it is a collection of accounts. Okay, so in your cash book we have number of entries, or even in your journal we have different entries, so which are generally date wise or with amounts. So now we have separate accounts for different vendors or stakeholders. Let's say there is a company where we have 10 numbers of 10 numbers of vendors. Okay, so for every vendors we have a different accounts, and whatever the debit and credit, or like whatever the carried forward balance, so with the help of ledger you will be able to identify what is the current position of that particular account. So a ledger is basically nothing, it is a collection of account as well. Okay, so here we will understand the ledger and the format of ledger. Okay, so first we'll go through the definition. So a ledger is a book, it is a book or a collection of account. So why it is called book? Because in a company we have 10 different of account. Okay, we have salary account, we have other expenses, we have vendors and all. So for each and every one we have different accounts, and which are generally part of that particular like for each and every account, for individual account we have different ledger. Okay, in which account transactions are recorded. So whatever the debit or credit entries are happen in last month, or in past financial year, or in current financial year, which are generally part of their ledger. So each account has an opening balance or a carried forward. So opening balance or carried forward means, let's say last year Mr. A account was carried forward with amount of 15,000. So that will be part of the opening balance of Mr. A's ledger. Okay, would record transaction as either a debit or credit in a separate columns. I hope you remember, left side is your debit side and right side is your credit side. Okay, so and the ending and closing balance as well. So let's say with Mr. A, we did number of transactions in a financial year. So all these transactions are generally part of that particular ledger, and even the closing balance with that. So let's say the opening balance was 15,000 and the closing balance was only 5,000. So this way we are generally covering the all transactions with Mr. A. Okay, so here is, you can see the format of ledger. So we have debit side, which is left side, which is we have date, particular JF, and amount. And similarly, if you talk about the credit side, so we have date, particular JF, and your amounts. So like it start with opening balance if there is any, or if any new accounts, so we will start with that one only. Okay, so this is the common format which we generally use for the ledger entries. Now, like we'll have date wise entries, let's say in the month of January, then Feb, then March, then April, all the debit entries and all the credit entries. Now I'll give you an example as well, so with the help of this particular examples you'll get more clarity. Okay, so ledger is basically, we have different accounts for different personnel, which are generally communicating with that particular company during the financial year, or there is a transaction between company and that particular individual. Okay, so like for salary we have different, for like sale we have different, for purchase we have different, for rent we have different. Okay, so this way we generally create the different ledgers. Okay, so here you can see, so like we have first one is wage account. Okay, first ledger is wage account. So these are three different ledger. So first ledger is about wage account. So it start with the like to cash 45,000 as on this, which is balance carried forward. Okay, that is 45,000. Then we have capital account. So capital account, which include the plant, machinery or property and all these particular thing. Okay, so 1 lakh and 1 lakh. Then we have electricity account. So electricity consumed or paid by that particular company during a financial year. So the meaning is this is the basic format, and with this format, I hope you get an idea about how to prepare the ledger. So the only crux about the ledger is like in your cash book, we have entries on receipt and expenditure entries on daily basis. In your journal, you generally, that was the first cycle. After journal, you prepare ledger. Okay, so first you prepare journal on daily basis, the transactions happen in any organizations. Then you segregate them. Okay, let's say in a journal account you have number of transactions in a month. Suppose that we did number of transactions. Okay, so these are mixed transactions on daily basis. Now in case of ledger, so we have different, let's say this is A, this is head A, this is head B, and this is C. So few things are belongs to A, few things are belongs to B, and few things are belongs to C. So now with the help of ledger, we are generally creating a proper segmentations for these particular entries, which is generally known as your ledger. So hope this is clear to all of you guys. Now, these are three basic terms which we generally use. Now, like when you'll come to the trial balance or BRS, so you need a proper understanding about these particular thing. You can practice through with the help of questions. Even I'll come with some set of questions where you will we will practice the number of questions based on these small things. Like sometimes students, they generally ignore or they generally avoid these basic things. Later on they get confused. Okay, so don't do that kind of mistakes. So try to practice these particular things, you'll easily understand, I hope, because these are very common things. Those who have accounting background, for them this is like kind of halwa. But those who have BTech background or other backgrounds, so sometimes these particular things are confused. So for the clarity purpose, I came with the different videos as well. Okay, so hope you enjoy the video. If you like, please do share with your friends. Thank you.